Hello everyone, and I'm reading now the Zero, and of course, as usual, we have yet another RippaVerse Detractor, typically saying a bunch of lies about Eric July's character, as they always do. This man claims that Eric July knows you're stupid because calls people customers, not fans, which I think customers is actually the more accurate term that should be used for a purchaser of anything. But he claims that this isn't some sort of passion project for Eric July, which he has stated previously in multiple videos that it actually is a passion project and something that he's actually wanted to do for a very long time, since he's been a customer of comic books and owns many short and long boxes that he can prove that he has, unlike these people on Twitter who claim to know anything about characters from Marvel and DC by just looking up a Wikipedia page or using their Marvel Unlimited app and don't actually own comic books. See, even me as a comic normie, I actually own comic books, but mostly I've been buying into independent comics like She and Starlight Cats and Starblades and Cyberfrog. But I'll fully admit I'm a comic normie, and I am allowed to be a comic normie if I choose to be so. I'm mostly a guy who plays video games, not really comic book guy. But we're gonna check out this video and react to it. Let's jump right into it. Actually, I forgot to unmute it. Sorry about that.
You have to learn to read markets. Being popular for the sake of being popular is useless.
So right off the bat, saying that he has to read markets. Yes, he reads the market of people who are customers who are actually interested in the product that he is producing, rather than trying to broaden to a wider audience that he specifically knows that will not buy his comics, or better yet, not have money or capital to purchase said comic.
Except when it comes to you, Eric July, you weren't selling comic books when you had 10 subs, right? Now you got 500,000 subs.
Yes, because he didn't have the capital to sell comics or create a comic book company. Now that he actually does, he's taken the opportunity that he's been given by his customers or subscribers as a means to create said comic book universe. It's people like this that don't understand the back end and how creating a business works.
You've been on Fox News and shit like that. Now,
so he was on Fox News. Yes, he was on Fox News.
You're selling them.
He was on Fox News when his comic hit $1 million. So prior to that, he had no marketing. He just had word of mouth of people who were customers of his product that spread the word about his comic book and comic book company.
A product, right? And that leads me to another point. Listen to Eric July whenever he talks about this fucking book. These ISOM books. It's always the product. I'm selling you the product, and you're the customer.
Because that's what he's doing. He's selling people a product, and the people who are buying it are customers. That's what they are. It's not a hard concept, but apparently it's a hard concept for you.
It's never, you're my fan, right? And I'm giving you a labor of love. This is my passion project.
Which is what I stated in the beginning where he says this. And yes, he actually has said on multiple occasions in multiple videos that yes, he is giving people a passion project and a labor of love of something that he's passionate about in creating a comic universe for customers who just want what comics are supposed to be. Escapism and fun.
You know, this is my baby. You know, I hope I'm selling you a good story.
He has said this as well. He said that he hopes that you'll enjoy this comic, you'll enjoy the story and the world that he's built, and if you do not, that is okay too. Even if you bought the comic and you have criticisms about the story, he is not expecting everyone to like the story and comic world that he is building.
No, it's always the product and you're the customer.
Because that's the way it should be.
That one contest, nope. So anyway, he babbles a little bit. Is sponsored by The Blaze.
He's never openly claimed that he's sponsored by The Blaze. The Blaze are the ones that wanted to cover his comic book success, unlike actual comic book websites who just completely ignored all of the RippaVerse's success. And he was already essentially contracted by The Blaze to work there.
Right? I don't think he's demonetized on YouTube.
No, he's not. He's not demonetized on YouTube, which is essentially why he monetizes haters like you.
Right? So he's got sponsors. You know, even if it's just YouTube, it's still a fucking sponsor.
YouTube is not a sponsor. YouTube does not pay Eric July to read off an ad for a product. YouTube is an employer who employs content creators to create content that generates ad revenue on their website and then gives them a portion of said ad revenue that is generated by content that they create.
He pulls in the views. They make revenue off of him. That's what it is, right? So, and if he really cares...
I've explained it exactly how it's done. He's kind of simplified it, but I gave the actual, like, specific wording of how YouTube works.
Cared about free speech and all that stuff, he'd be off of YouTube anyway. But
being on YouTube has nothing to do with being for free speech. Being on YouTube is like the smartest thing you can do so that you get the word out to the biggest audience out of any video uploading platform on the internet. That's the whole point. You could literally say this about anyone else that is on YouTube that has a big platform. It would always be the same thing, the same result.
he stays there. He's safe. You know, this is a safe spot.
But he also talks about how Odyssey and Rumble are great places to be, though.
To sell you the product. To sell the product to you, the customer. Right? Remember that. I want to get that in your heads amongst anything else. You can say I'm full of shit on everything else, but
you're full of shit on literally everything, though. So, and I've already debunked everything you've said.
Just pay attention to the fact that Rippa always says that he's giving you the product, or he's working on the product, and that you're the customer. The customer comes first.
It's a simple concept. The customer should always come first, and that's the person who you should mostly listen to when it comes to a product you are selling them. If they're giving you feedback and telling you that it's a piece of dog shit, or it's good, that way you learn what's good and what's not, what you should keep in, what you should take out of your product. It'd be like me buying a statue and saying that it's a piece of dog shit and they should have done it something differently, and maybe they'll fix something. Or a company that I know, they put out images of a statue and ask the fans what can be done differently. Maybe there's something that they could change, and then they take said feedback and they assess it and change what they feel should be changed. Similar also to the director of the Sonic movie when they got backlash for the terrible design of Sonic the Hedgehog from actual fans who know what Sonic looks like, who've studied Sonic, who've played Sonic, and know what Sonic is about. So they went back to the drawing board, recreated the Sonic character for the movie, and it made way more money than it probably would have made with that old crappy design. It's as simple as that. It's not a hard concept to understand.
Sounds great, but it's totally fucking impertinent.
So yeah, I just wanted to show this and kind of debunk this garbage that this man is spewing, because this is kind of what I do when it comes to RippaVerse stuff, because I actually believe in the product. I believe that the product is done very well, colored very well, lettered very well, written very well, drawn out very well, and I'm a full supporter of the RippaVerse. So I really despise people who are being disingenuous about someone's product that they're putting out. And I can guarantee that they don't actually own said product. They never purchased anything from the RippaVerse. They've never even cared about this. It's just the fact that this man has success on his own independently, without any advertising, without any marketing, without any investors. It's all him and his customers, him and his supporters, him and his subscribers that allow a man's dream to become a reality. Thank you all for checking out this video. I really do appreciate all the new and returning subscribers, new viewers, returning viewers. If you did like the video, hit the like button. If you have a comment, leave it down below. Subscribe for more content. Set the bell to notifications to all. Set the bell of notifications to all. That way you can get notifications every time I post a new video. And I will see you all on the next one. Peace.